Back in the day, in my elementary school, it was field day. If you're not familiar with field day, it's essentially a bunch of classes competing against each other. This competition specifically was a race. So I get picked for it. I'm like, hey, I want to go. And the teacher believed in me and I was staying at my position. So as I start running, I feel like I'm going mad fast. I'm just focused on me, running, running, running like Sonic the Hedgehog. So I get to the end, coming back, and as I'm running to finish the race, I look at the other competitions, the other participants, and they're already finished. So now as I'm running back, I'm feeling mad sad. I feel as though I let my team down. They weren't the loudest kids there. They was like, oh my gosh, he's slow. If I went, we would have won. And that just broke me. I started crying, and then I walked to the side. My friends came over to comfort me. And as I'm sitting there crying, a whole bunch of girls walked past me laughing at me. Oh, he's really crying. LMAO, LMAO. Like, just cruel children. How? I was able to lose fat and gain confidence after years of disrespect based on science. My name is Omar Ahmed, and I was able to lose 80 plus pounds within a year. And I make these videos so that they can help you on the fat loss journey. Now, allow me to take you back to another story. So this happened years after that one. The first one was in elementary school. This one is in high school, my senior year. So just a couple of months before prom, I had a crush on this one girl, and I wanted to ask her out. However, I was too shy to do it. So I told my guidance counselor about it, and she actually suggested that I should go ahead and ask. She's a nice woman, and we probably look good together. My friend was encouraging me as well. However, I was too shy. I couldn't really do it. So as we in this room, my friend and the guidance counselor, they're putting me through this training protocol just to ask her out. The guidance counselor is trying to increase my self-esteem, telling me how of a nice person I am. I'm a kind young man, and this, that, and the third. Well, also my friend is like, hey, just go ahead and practice on his picture of the girl. And he's like, oh, you should try saying this. Oh, just be confident, bro. Just do this. So after that training protocol, that training session, I woke out that room like, I bet I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Feel me? Yeah, when I see you tomorrow. Not even 5 minutes later, I woke out. I looked to my right, and she's right there walking towards my direction. So I also walk towards that direction because I also gotta walk right past her to get to where I'm trying to get to. So as we're walking, I start feeling mad nervous, and my heart started beating faster, 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 faster. And I'm just feeling all these tingly feelings in my hands, my nervous system just acting up. And then we get close to each other, and then I walked right past her. I didn't do nothing. So a month later, a part of this after school activity, Young Man's Leadership Group. So on this one day, the Young Women's Leadership Group decided to join in. So it was just a whole bunch of us. And she was there. I was sitting in the back of the classroom with my guys. And as I'm looking to my right, I see her. But she's playing around with another guy. Later that day, I had asked one of the people that knew her. And she said that was her man. After that, when I had to take the train back home alone, when I had to walk inside my house alone, we'll go to my room. I'll go ahead and turn off the light and then go right to bed. And that just kept happening day after day after day after day. That happened so much that my mom even came to check up on me. She was like, hey, you okay? I told her, like, yeah, I'm okay. Even though I was deeply in pain. The reason why that hurts so much is because throughout my years, I have always wanted to be on a basketball team, for example. In elementary school, I was trying out for the basketball team. However, my brother came a little bit too early to pick me up. I could have simply just told him, oh, just give me a couple more minutes. I gotta play around and stuff. However, I just told him, I think we done, even though we wasn't. I didn't think that I was gonna make it. And I ended up not making it. It was like me and another dude that didn't make it out of everybody that went. So then after middle school, after training the whole entire summer just to join the basketball team, I go ahead to tryouts and I did pretty okay. I did decent. However, I wasn't good enough to make the A team. And that was mostly because of my confidence, not actually my skill level. So then as I'm working with the B team, trying to get to the A team, I just gave up after a couple of days. I felt as though I was never going to make it, so I never went back. And then in high school, I just never tried. And the reason why that hurt so bad, as I'm sitting down with my guys, looking to my right for 2, 5, 7, 9 minutes, just staring at them, I'm just deep in pain. The reason why I never even went to the basketball games to like sit on the bleachers because I knew that it hurt. I knew that I wanted to be on the team, and just seeing the other people on the team having fun would have broke me. And I was in that situation when I was sitting in the back of that classroom, watching the girl I liked with another man, in which I had a chance to actually do something about it. The reason why I brought up the elementary school story is because experiences like those led to experiences like this, even years later. Now, let me introduce you a meta-analysis. A meta-analysis is just a researcher who read a whole bunch of studies and just put it all together in one. So in here, this was just about a systematic review and meta-analysis of 28 studies found that both overweight and obesity are significantly associated with increased risk of low self-esteem. People who tend to be overweight tend to have a lower self-esteem, and I was one of those people. And like suggested, it causes a domino effect of just experiences where you have a chance to show that you have high self-esteem, chance to show that you have confidence, but then because you have that one time where you was bullied back in the day, it just caused you to do something in which you didn't have confidence, you didn't trust yourself, you didn't have any high self-esteem, and it caused you to do an action in which it showed that you have low self-esteem. Here's another meta-analysis. The risk of depression in children and adolescents who were bullied was 2.77 times higher than those who are not bullied. And I was depressed, just because of a domino effect causing it. You feel me? I promise you, there's only one other meta-analysis after this one. This study is essentially just about people who lost weight tended to be confident, and they had a key trait known as self-efficacy, which is just essentially about trusting yourself, having a belief that you can actually do it. Now, with confidence being the key to losing weight, how was I successful, especially with more people giving up by the year? And this study is just essentially about how the people who actually lost the weight, the people who was actually successful in the beginning, after 5 years, 80% of those people lost weight and regained even more weight than they had previously. And now it's causing people to believe that it's a futile endeavor, meaning that there's no point to losing weight because I'm just going to gain it all back, and many people are giving up. However, even with low confidence or even none, how was I able to lose the weight? And it was by deleting myself. Now, I would say the K word, but YouTube's going to do some dumb stuff, so can't do that. Here's a famous actor. His name is Ethan Suplee. He was struggling to lose weight ever since 2002. He just kept failing and he just couldn't get it consistent. Then he was able to lose 250 pounds. On this IG post, I'm going to link it if you want to check it out, things of that nature. I killed my clone. I'm going to be discussing about what that actually means. And speaking of IG, you might as well follow your boy on the gram, you mean? I'm not going to be bougie with it. I'm going to follow you back. You click on the top link in the description if you're interested. Now, in the beginning of my fat loss journey, I was a heavy, pun intended, anime fan. Regardless if you think it's the worst thing in the world, in which it should be banned, it should be burned, it should be shot, pooped on, discarded from the freaking thing of the earth, or you think it's the best thing ever, in which everybody should watch it, and if they watch it, they're going to become rich and be able to cure world hunger. Whatever you think of it, it inspired me to get started on my fat loss journey. The people like in real life, like Kobe, David Goggins, Alex Hormozi, they didn't inspire me at the time. I didn't really care about basketball. I already gave up on all that. However, when I was watching anime, I saw these characters going through real struggles, and I was like, oh, maybe if I battle against the struggle that I'm going against right now, I can actually win. And then a little bit afterwards, I was sitting on my couch in the living room and I just looked up how to lose weight. I saw this one video and he said that he had this workout program. I was like, okay, bet. Let me go ahead and invest in it. Then I clicked on it. I went through the, buy and stuff like that. He was like, hey, once you finish this beginner, you're going to need like an intermediate version. You might as well just get this at half off. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. This is a steal. And then I bought it. And then, I followed the workouts and the results were there. Then I started watching self-improvement videos. I used journaling as a way to reinforce my new identity. I knew that if I wanted to achieve fat loss, I needed to become a person who already achieved fat loss, a person who's an athlete, a person who goes to the gym consistently, a person who eats right and stay consistent to their diet. I knew that I needed to convince myself some way, and I thought that journaling was just a great way. Since I'm going to be writing, I don't have to care about spelling mistakes or grammar or punctuation or whatever. I could just write it and bad handwriting or whatever. By the way, you can go ahead and check out the video that I made on journaling. I had journaled every single day during my fat loss journey, and I had talked out the key points in which made my journey successful and why I was able to stay consistent and actually lose the weight. So if that sounds interesting, you go ahead and click on like right here probably, or just in the description below for sure. But I noticed something about the process a year later. Activities that felt painful led to the most growth. Back in the day, when my mom would pick me up after school, we would cross Dunkin' Donuts and we would get a glazed donut, an Oreo milkshake, and it was the best thing ever. It tasted so good, and it also had a lot of calories, so I gained a whole lot of weight. And for doing that for years, it was very difficult for me to put it down. I always wanted that glazed donut, that sweet taste, that tender taste, and that sugar from the Oreo milkshake. However, I had to stay consistent. I needed to actually put it down, resist the temptations so that I can achieve my goal. Also, McDonald's. I'll go to McDonald's, I'll get me like a McChicken, chicken nuggets, fries. And for many years, for some reason in my mind, I thought that the McChicken was actually healthy just because it was chicken. Even though the McChicken had more calories than the burgers themselves. And also while on this journey, the one workout that I hated the second most other than lunges was back squats. I hated back squats. Heck, there was this one time where I was standing up and I was doing a back squat and I had the bar on my back. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shoot, I could just rest it up here. Oh, I feel nothing. So as I'm resting up there, I don't notice that it's slowly slipping off. And it's really heavy. So I'm not gonna be able to just, hold it like this. So it just flips off. And before it can hit the safety things on the bottom, I farted. And it was also in the morning, so it was very quiet in there, and it was just a loud fart noise, and everybody heard it. I embarrassed myself. Also, the bar hit the safety things, and it was mad loud. And guess what? I stayed in the gym, and I completed the workout and came back when? The day after, because the day after was a rest day. But I came back to the gym and stayed consistent, and as a result, I made some progress. As you can see here, got this big stomach, and then I got a big stomach, but that's not as big. You feel me? Making progress. I noticed that when I feel bad at the gym, I don't want to stay there. I'm not progressing in my workouts. I knew that if I just stayed in there and I completed my workout, I'll feel nice afterwards. However, when I go ahead and decide to eat the burger and lean into my temptations, I'll feel like this. And yes, this was during the time of my depression. The journey was difficult. Don't get me wrong. Especially not knowing about diet fatigue, increased calorie expenditure, and increased hunger. Alright, this is the only spot I can find. When you diet for so long, especially when you diet after 3 months and you don't take a break, you're gonna get a lot of diet fatigue. And as a result, your body's gonna be like, oh shoot, am I gonna starve to death? No, I can't have this happen. I can't have this happen. Decrease the amount of energy and increase your amount of cravings. We need to get body fat. I'm gonna starve. I can't die now. And that's because as evolution, back in the day, we didn't have easy access to food. We didn't have a refrigerator around the corner that we can literally just walk out and get food. So we had to rely on storing fat. And if you're literally decreasing fat, your body's like, no, I can't have this happen. No. Your body starts panicking. That's why your body stores fat. I had to switch my identity. I was a person who would come back after school, go ahead and watch anime or go to sleep or play video games, and then eat junk food right afterwards, and then stay up till like 3 a.m. watching TikToks. So a man who, after school, will go to, the gym, eat right, and then go to sleep on time while taking care of their business. So sitting there playing video games, they're actually doing homework or working on a YouTube video. That's what I was doing. I don't know what I'm saying there. And to switch my identity, that's what allowed me to succeed. As a result, I went from being alone on my prom night to winning a dating show blindfolded, just based on pure confidence. So they couldn't even see my face, how I looked, or anything like that, just based on what I said, which just shows the amount of confidence that I have built over time. And like I said, go ahead and follow your boy on the IG. With that being said, always take it one step at a time, because you may never know where that one step may lead you.